Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear sister. She sent this message to me, and the message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I have come here on your platform because I have my own story that I want to share with you. My story, it goes on like this. I had to bewitch my husband so that I can turn him against his family. This was when I realized that I have tried to be a good Christian woman, to be a good daughter-in-law, but I saw that I can never be like Ruth. It was far much better that I just do my own stuff, and then I stopped loving my husband. And right now I just need to get something out of my chest, and my secret has been weighing so heavily on my heart, because when I looked at my husband, he is a victim of the circumstances, and he cannot change the things the way that they are. The mom, my mother-in-law, she does not like me at all. That is why I am doing my own stuff without him knowing. So I have already started paying for this other house that I am buying in the city there in Harare. He does not know that I have already finished renovating my mother's house in the village. The moment that I'm going to finish paying up for my house there in Harare, I'm going to break up with him, and I don't care. I need to give you my confession, even if it means that your listeners, they are going to say that I am evil. It is okay. Maybe I deserve it, but I don't care anymore. My husband and I, we met years ago. This was when we were still back home in our country. He was the kind of a man who would do anything for his family. They were so close. He comes from a very good Christian family. And at that time, I really thought that his mother was someone that was good, but she's an evil woman. I can see right through her. When I started going to their house after the introductions, she clearly told me that they can never accept me into their family because I do come from a poor background. And I said, it is okay. We then moved here to South Africa with the help of this other red garment prophet who gave me some prayers that I was supposed to sprinkle on him when he was fast asleep. It was very scary for me to do. I took a cup that was full of water, mixed it with the holy stones that he had given me. Little by little, I then started sprinkling the water on my husband's face without waking him up. So this was going to make him to do whatever that I wanted. At that time, since we were staying really close to his parents' house, I felt that his mother was very manipulative, always asking him what exactly we were planning for the future. So we then came here to South Africa so that I can have him all to myself and manipulate him since he is my husband. Then when I came here, that was when I saw that my mother-in-law, she kept on telling me that she could not accept me as her daughter-in-law. After some research, I found a traditional healer who was known for powerful spells, and it was not cheap, but I knew that it was going to be worth each and every cent. I met with the healer in secret, and I explained to him that I wanted my husband to turn away from his family, to dedicate himself to me and to our kids. I wanted him to give me money, a lot of money. And then the healer told me that it was going to be easy. He gave me some charms. He told me about some of the risk that once he is dedicated to me, if I try to remove him from my life by force, he could commit suicide. The healer then told me that most of the men that you see committing suicide after a divorce or seeing their wife in bed with another man, it is because of those charms. Like a man on his own, it would be very difficult for him to just get up and say, I am going to kill myself. But when there are love spells that are involved, that is when you will think that it is the end of the world. Then you will decide to just kill himself. So I then took those charms. I did not care, and I started using those charms on my husband, and I saw that indeed he started ignoring his family whenever they would call him. Then my husband will just ignore them. That was exactly what I wanted. I brought him so close to my relatives, knowing that my relatives, all that they would encourage him to do is to make sure that he gives me money so that we can send to my mom. So he has his focus on me, and with his focus on me, I began to manipulate him financially. I started small, asking for extra money here and there. I would tell him that I was helping my own family. I would tell even my sisters to always call him whenever they speak with him, to tell him that my mom is not okay. Money is needed for the medication. Whenever they speak him, it is all about money and nothing else. So as time went on, that was when I convinced my husband to open up a joint account so that I can manage the finances, and before long I had control over everything. Each and every cent that he was earning, I am the one who is controlling. Every time his family struggled, I would lie to him. I would tell him that even if we would send them the money, it would not even matter, because they would never appreciate him. They just want to use him, and they will say that, yes, you are for real my wife. They really do not care about my well-being. All that they want is my money. So I successfully painted my in-laws as people that are selfish, manipulative people who only want to take advantage of him because he has a very good job here in a foreign land. So he believed in each and every word. I even fabricated stories about how they used witchcraft on me when I was pregnant, and how I was told by this other red garment prophet who is in Soshangowe. I did something that is very wicked, something out of a movie. I went to Soshangowe. I then spoke with the prophet for the first time. After that, when I was about to leave, I said, "Man of God, are you able to assist me?" And then he said, "What do you want, woman?" I said, "For a price, can I bring my husband here?" And then you pretend as if you do not know me. Then you give my husband a fake prophecy that his mother is a witch. So the prophet then said that he can even go a step further. Since I had offered him 1,500 rand for that job, he said that he could even perform some prayers that can even make his mother act as if she is a witch. So I then took my husband and I went with him to Sosha, and he did not even know that already I had done a deal with the prophet. And when we arrived there, the prophet then started praying and praying, speaking in tongues, and told my husband that his own mother was a witch. Then my husband then said, "How do I know that my mother is a witch?" The prophet then said, "You need to understand that when someone is a witch, there are some things that we can do in the spiritual realm that can make that person to confess. I want your mother to come to you to confess. Here, take this." He was then given some river stones, 3 of them, that he was supposed to use for 3 days. And then my mother-in-law one day called my son asking for forgiveness. It's not like she confessed that she is a witch. She was just crying, asking for forgiveness. And my husband had his own mother on loudspeaker as he was asking for forgiveness. Brother Nashi, that was when my husband started crying, and she said, so that prophet, the things that he gave me has worked. My own mother is a witch. She is the one who has been bewitching me. Currently, when my husband, if his car refuses to start, like early in the morning, if it is very cold, like in June, he uses a diesel powered car, so sometimes it takes longer for them to start when it is really cold. I would laugh when you will say that, you see, this is pure witchcraft. My mother has sent her tocologist, now my car cannot start. Yet I know that I am the one who hired that fake prophet so that he can convince my husband. Whilst his family is suffering, my own family, they are enjoying life. My husband is earning a lot, like a lot of money. And I am using all of that money to support my brothers and their wives and their kids. My little sisters, they all have businesses right now because of the money that I gave to him. This is what I did to my own husband. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yo.